Hey guys, it's Max. How's everyone doing? Let's take a look at these. Let's take a look at ULTY. These ULTY option trades is what I was going to say when I said these. How does that sound? All right, so I made a list here, a real quick list. Okay, so, well, first of all, we have a chart here. This is the multiverse. What in the hell is going on? All right, so this is the multiverse. So some of the stocks are struggling today. If you go all the way to the right, it's what ULTY is actually down, the ETF, and it's down less than the average of all the stocks in it. So that's good. We kind of keep an eye on that, but it's just not a whole lot of good news. They have a nice trade on right now in this one, AMSC, but not a whole lot of good news right now. Okay, so let's look at this. Here's all the types of trades. First Solar, they have a call spread, just a call spread. Well, no, they have stock too. They have a covered call spread. That's wrong. I saw them. They bought stock. All right, covered call spread. AMD, they have a bull put spread. AMSC, they have on a caller. That's that one that's working out nicely. DJT, they have on kind of an exotic trade with, I'm just going to have to show you guys that one. Coinbase, they have on a covered call. Calumet, they have on a covered call. Enphase Energy, the covered call. HIMS, they have on a call spread. What's Labu? That's triple leveraged biotech. They have on a covered call. Mara covered call. Microsoft, they have the loaded dice trade on, the really cool trade that I love and we've been talking about a lot. Anyway, we'll take a look at that. On Mr., they have on covered call. You can see most of the rest of them, they have kind of standard run-of-the-mill trades. On New Scale, which the symbol is SMR, they have on a caller. Talon, they have on a bull put spread. TNA, what is that? That's triple leverage something. Well, anyway, they have on a covered call. TQQQ is triple leverage Qs. I mean, Jay's stepping up to the plate and taking a swing at it on this stuff. Now it's not worked out today. And then he has one trade in here that's delta neutral. The total of the trade is, and this is down here on Vertex, VRTX, a butterfly. So let's look at all of these. Or not all of these. Let's look at the 3 or 4 that are the most interesting to us. So we got to do the Trump one. I guess Jay is bullish on DJT and bullish on Trump, but this is an extremely bullish posture. It's a bullish way to take a stab. Now, it's not the dumbest thing to do either. He's selling puts that are way out of the money down here at 20. So that's kind of like free money, really, with the stock this high. Then at the same time, he's selling calls that are way out of the money that he's hoping it's going to be kind of like free money up here at 70. So it's just a real, it's just a really wide selling premium on either side to earn a little income. But then in the middle, he's bought an option at 45. So and he owns stock. So between 45 and 65, he's long options, long stock. So that's pretty bullish. So right here, he's double long. Between 45 and 65, he's double long. 65 and up, he is just single long. And also 45 and down, he is single long. Yeah, and 45 and down, he's basically single long. So, this is not leverage is the wrong word, but this is a aggressive play, especially between 45 and 65. You have like an acceleration zone where if it hits in there, it's going to fly through it. That's the idea. You're going to get more bang for your buck in that area because of the options and the way they're structured. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens. We'll watch it. We shall watch it. So let's see what else. Now, the most interesting one to me was the Microsoft one. And I call this the loaded dice trade. To recap, this type of trade is where you sell puts for a little less than it costs to buy calls. So you're selling puts to buy calls, but basically it's just a bullish trade. But when you do it right, it has a lot of cool qualities. It has a big flat spot in the middle where even if the market goes down, it's not penalized. Microsoft dropped. They did this trade yesterday, I believe. Microsoft had earnings last night. I thought, I've been a day off all week. I thought Apple had earnings last night because Apple has earnings tonight. I'm gonna have an Apple video right after this one, so be watching for that. Okay. Well, Microsoft last night when they put this trade on, it was trading around 434. Okay, so let's see how this loaded dice trade works. I mean, I've showed you guys this multiple times. So 434, see, that's 6% away from where it is now. So this trade had about a 6. This trade had a 7% buffer when you put it on, meaning it has to move 7% against you before you're going to lose any money. Like I always say, it's like we're going to race a 100-yard dash and I'm going to start 60 yards ahead of you or 70 yards ahead of you. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculously easy trade. Anyway, and it looks like it's working. This one's working out for Jay. Congratulations, Jay. And I like how he did not include the shares. He's done this trade before on Netflix, but he had the shares. And that works too, but this is a cool way to do it also, let's just say. I was going to say better, but they're both good ways to do it. It depends on which one meets your risk tolerances and what you're trying to achieve. Okay, so I was really impressed with that. Maybe he's watching the show. Do you guys think he's picking up ideas from us? Possibly. I don't know. Probably not. I'm just joking. All right, so do we have anything else that we should look at? Let's look at this one more, this delta neutral trade. He hasn't done one like this before. And where is it? Yeah, it's down here. Okay, so this is a butterfly. He's selling the 115 call twice, but then to hedge it, he buys a 125 call and then he buys a 105 call. He goes 10 points out of the money each way. And it's kind of, I know it's kind of a weird trade, but basically you want prices as close to 115 as possible. This is the kind of trade you put on when you aren't expecting movement in the market. When you think it may go down a couple percent or up a couple percent, but you don't think a trend's going to start. Well, and then it gives you a pretty large profit tent. Profit tent's the reverse of the valley of death. Okay, but the problem is the market fell, VRT fell, and it's fallen outside of the profit tent right now. But now the profit tent gets bigger depending on how much you get for your options. So that's the old thing. You sell high and you buy low. But really what this trade is, this 115 call right here, you're really just trying to sell those options. You're just trying to write options and make money from writing options. And it controls where you don't have unlimited loss on either side like this. If the trade goes against you, you lose, but it's limited on both sides. And if it stays in the middle somewhere, you make money. Now I'm going to go back in here. I was just trying to exaggerate, showing if you got a really great price, but that's what they try to do. They try to put this butterfly on, and right before the market quits moving. And they try to figure out where the market's going to quit moving. And then you slap one on. And if the market dies there, you can get paid handsomely for it. Okay. So that's a really interesting trade. And he does not own, I double checked, he does not own the stock. This is just this position. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if he adjusts those. All right, let's go back to the spreadsheet real quick. So let me make sure I covered everything. So I talked about all of these. I want to talk about the DJT was the exotic trade. Most of these are ones we talk about all the time. I have content every day. We talked about HIMS yesterday. I'm just going to kind of go through these every day and pull out the 2 or 3 that are the most interesting. But right now, the Microsoft and the Vertex, you know, and the DJT, we're going to definitely keep an eye on that. We're going to keep an eye on that. It'd be nice if the market would turn around, but it'd be nice if the market turn around. So let's do this. Let's look at one more thing before I let you go. Let's see if we see any signs of the market turning around. All right, so there's volatility, and it's still going up, and it's on its high of the day. And here's another measure of volatility. It's trending up, but it's, you know, anyway. They're still putting on hedges. As long as they keep on hedges, they you know, people are expecting more down action ahead. So we shall see what happens, right? All right, guys. Well, I wish I had better news on ULTY, but I do think it's good news that he is starting to do trades with just the options and not the stocks involved. It's going to make this more, to me, more like a hedge fund, or I don't know. It's going to make this a really exciting ETF to cover. Let's just say that. It's going to give them more volatility too. When you do them as overlays with the stock and then the overlay on top, it's going to cut your volatility way down. It's going to cut your profits. It's also going to cut your losses. But doing it with just the options, he's going to have some giant wins, and then he'll have some, you know, but hopefully he won't have any giant losses. We'll see. We shall see. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you for being here. Oh, and don't forget, I got my first affiliate deal. I'll put the link in the description, but my affiliate deal is with OptionStrat, and I'm going to start, or we're going to keep looking at a lot of stuff. We're going to get really deep into OptionStrat, especially as we get into more of these ULTY trades and simulating this stuff. So I gave you guys a link. I subscribe to it. It's a great service. If you want to subscribe to it, it'll help me out. Links in the subscription or in the description. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day.